All right, y'all. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Girl, I really don't know how Maurice did a old switcheroo on Kimmy. How did the conversation go from meeting up to talk about Maurice Jr. to it doing a complete like 180, and now it's about Kaya and Kimmy. And I believe that sometimes in reality TV, these couples discuss the scene before the cameras get there. I believe that, and I believe some of y'all believe that too. I don't think that was one of these situations. I think Kimmy was genuinely, girl, upset. You could tell she was frustrated the way she got up and walked away from the scene. So I'm sitting here thinking, that's why I was like, how did we go from a meeting about the son to Kimmy's relationship with Kiowa? And then Kimmy falling for the okey doke. Let me just say something. For those who don't know, Kimmy is my favorite. Love, 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 love Kimmy Grant. But one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. I'm not going to sit on my channel and think something and then act like I didn't think about it. I thought Kimmy was a side chick too. I thought Kimmy was a side chick based off of the comment that she made last season. When Kimmy was getting her haircut in the kitchen, when her best friend was there and Maurice was cutting her hair, Kimmy made a comment, and I remember her saying, not her exact words, but I remember her saying that she was the one who initiated the conversation, the contact with Maurice first through Facebook, because Maurice used to be, well, I guess he's still a barber. He used to cut people hair, cut folks' hair, and she would take her son. She only has one son. I think her son name is Jalen, or Jalen. I don't know, child. She would take her son to get his hair cut, and I said, "Well, girl, how? Well, Jalen, girl, well, when was, girl, cause it ain't like Jalen is 50. Girl, Jalen is probably in his 20s. So if you were still taking him to get his hair cut, then girl." So I was just like, I don't know. I just was like, "Oh, girl, were you the side chick?" It crossed my mind. Like, girl, were you the side chick? I think that this is just my personal belief. I think that most of the time when there are, so like it's Kimmy and Kiowa. I personally believe that anytime there's beef between, say, the girlfriend and the baby mama, the wife and the baby mama, it's always at the hands of the man in the middle. Because if you really start to ask Kimmy or whomever it may be, what's your issue with Keisha? The girlfriend probably can't give you a real reason. She probably gonna say something like, "Oh, well, she was talking about me." Well, how you know she was talking about you? The only way you know she was probably talking about you is because the baby dad was coming back and telling you. So what I'm saying is, I think that in a lot of situations, when there's tension, dislike, disdain for the baby mama, from one baby mama to the girlfriend, it's probably because of the man in the middle. Because when you really break it down, I can guarantee you a lot of situations, the girlfriend couldn't give you a legitimate reason of why she don't like the baby mama, and the baby mama couldn't give you a legitimate reason of why she don't like the girlfriend. It's probably because of the person in the middle. The truth of the matter is, Kiowa thinks that Kimmy came in to her marriage. The truth of the matter is, people should not date people until they are completely divorced. because if unless you're willing to go through life and be looked at as a hoe, then so be it. Even with Kimmy saying Maurice and Kaya were not together, I guess they were towards the end of the divorce papers, I guess, being finalized. That's what happens when you decide to, engage in a relationship with someone who's still legally married, especially if you're a woman. Because what's going to happen is the people are going to start calling you a hoe and a side hoe. As far as Kaya thinks, her truth is you had something to do with the breakup of my marriage. Kimmy lost me. She thought that it was Kaya's responsibility. Girl, I used to go to. I think I know that guy. I think I went to TSU with him. He's still dressed like it's 1999. Anyways, um, I think Kaya has life all twisted. It is not. I mean, no, Kimmy. Kimmy has life all the way twisted. It is not Kaya's responsibility to make sure that the people don't think that you are a hoe. Quiet as it's kept in real life, the meeting between Kaya and Kimmy shouldn't have even happened. The truth is, Kaya was gonna think what she want to think about Kimmy, and whatever Kimmy say is not gonna change Kaya's mind. Kaya has decided to move forward. Kimmy has decided to move forward. So why are we meeting up talking about the same thing over and over and over? Because the truth of the matter is, Kaya, she might not say it to your face. She might not say it on TV. She's still going to think you was a side hoe. She's still going to think you was a side chick. She's still going to think that you came in between her marriage. That's exactly why her attitude was what it was giving. Girl, why are we here? Okay, what you want me to do about them calling you a side hoe? Kimmy said out of her own mouth that Maurice was willing to basically throw her out to the wolves in order to protect Maurice's Jr.'s and Kaya's image. That's the man who she lays down with. A man that, one, climbs on top of you even though he knows you have the most aggressive cancer. Two, is willing to protect his child's mother and his child, of course, and use you as a scapegoat. You can't tell me that girl, Kimmy, just didn't want to be married. And that's who she just felt like she had to choose. Because it was Slim Pickens in Huntsville, Alabama. You're not going to get me to believe that Kimmy just didn't settle. But yeah, I don't think Kaya owes Kimmy a damn thing. It's not Kaya's responsibility to make sure that Kimmy's image is intact. It's not. If anybody needs to try and fix your image, it should be Maurice. Maurice should be the one that's coming out saying, no, 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 no. This is what happened. While, yes, I was still legally married, we were at the end of our marriage. We had already signed the papers. We were waiting for whatever to be signed off or whatever. That's what needs to happen. Kimmy don't need to say nothing. Kimmy should just sit there. I don't know how Maurice convinced Kimmy to carry her black ass down to that restaurant and have a one-on-one with Kaya. Because the truth of the matter is the only thing that can happen is that they take 5 steps back. Kimmy and Kaya have gotten to a point where this is the truth. Kimmy and Kaya are not best friends. They ain't gonna never be best friends. They not gonna ever sit on the phone, Kiki and cackle. And ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing that needs to be at the top of the list is the way that Kimmy treats Maurice Jr. That's it. And that's probably where Kimmy is at with it, and that's where Kaya was at with it. When Kaya come around, hey girl, how you doing? How was your trip? All right, girl, see you next time. If she calls the house and Kimmy answers, hey girl, how you doing? I was just calling to check on Maurice Jr. Oh girl, he fine. Let me go get him. How you been though? Okay, girl. Get off the phone. Maurice Jr., your mama on the phone. Hand him the phone. Y'all be not y'all, because we don't expect that. Maurice expects for Kimmy and Kaya to act like Will, Jada, and Sheree, or Dolores, Frank, and David from Real Housewives of New Jersey. The truth of the matter is, most of the world does not operate like that. I think it's a gorgeous thing if you can. I really think it's a beautiful thing when you have a situation where like the ex-wife and the new wife or the baby mama can like get along and it ain't no tension. It's just like, girl, we good, girl. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is that's not how life operates for most people. I think Maurice is messy. I think that he's purposely kicking up shit between Kaya and Kimmy. I think it makes his dick hard. I think that it's weird as hell that Kimmy is falling for the okie doke. That lady is too smart for that shit. Kimmy is probably one of the smartest people I've seen on TV. She's one of the few that actually uses logic and can take emotions out of a situation. I can't say the same for me. And a lot of people can say the same for them. But she's one of the few that I've seen. She's always logical. And she makes her decisions, to me, a lot of the times off of logic, not necessarily off just of emotion. That's why I'm like, I don't understand how this lady just be falling for the okie doke when it comes to Maurice, because she's like 10 times, 20 times smarter than Maurice. Tisha got a hair brand coming out. I said, girl, that's why the people say you want to be like Melody. I'm going to say something. I'm not mad at nobody for trying to get their money. Get your money while you're on TV. That's the whole purpose of you being on these TV shows. Not to be famous, but to try to use the platform as much as you can. Whether you're trying to start a YouTube channel, a clothing line, a doggy center, a cat center, girl, a bar, whatever you got, whatever you're trying to start, make sure you try to use the platform for what it's there for, not just to be cute and famous. Girl, what is this hair Girl, I've seen every episode of I've seen every episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Every episode. Now, it's been a lot of episodes. Last season, it was a 30-episode season. So there's a possibility that, girl, I was scratching my ass. I was on Jacked. Girl, I was, in the kitchen making a cocktail. And I just missed it. But where did this hairline come from all of a sudden? I think it starts to, girl, make my asshole itch when these people on TV just come up with a hairline. Girl, like I hear that it takes a lot to really get like these skincare lines together, and because you have to do a lot of testing and all that good stuff. I heard it could take a year or two. So like for Tisha just to pop up out the blue, girl, my daughter's got a hair care line. Girl, where did this come from, girl? Because I ain't never heard you say shit about no hair care line. And now you just got one out the blue. Again, it could have popped up in an episode and I just don't remember. Nonetheless, Tisha got a hair care line for her kids, girl. Just like Melody got one for, don't she got one for Sugar Mama? Tisha goes to Mobile. Is it Mobile or Mobile, Alabama, to receive the keys to the city. Is Tisha from Mobile? I don't know what Tisha from. She gets mad at Kiki because Kiki couldn't make it. I guess Kiki was having car problems. She couldn't rent a car. I don't know, child. Kiki couldn't make it, basically. Tisha took that as a sign that maybe it's time to cut the cord on her relationship with Kiki, because every time it's time for Kiki to show up for her, she's never around. Girl, if you don't want to fool with the bitch, Tisha, just say it, because I feel like you were just coming up with any kind of reason to be mad at Kiki. This is my thing. I think that when people are going through things or receiving recognition and, recognition. Yeah, I think everybody will want their family and friends to be there. But I also know at my big ass age that shit comes up. So if I was receiving the key to the city of Houston and one of my friends said, girl, I cannot make it, girl, I had to do X, Y, and Z, I would say, okay, girl. Now, if you just told me some shit like, girl, I really don't feel like going, girl, I just want to sit at the house, then I might feel some type of way like, bitch, You ain't even got nothing going on. You just want to sit at the house? Girl, you're not going to come out and, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, I think it's the reason behind you not making it. Girl, if the bitch ain't got no car, then she ain't, let me stop calling people bitches. If the woman ain't got no car, then she ain't got no car. Girl, you should have let her borrow one of yours. Or you should have stopped and picked her black ass up. Girl. I think that's a legitimate reason not to make it. Girl, I ain't got no car. Do they even got Ubers and Lyfts in Huntsville? I don't know. No tea, no shade. Girl. But even if they did, like, girl, I don't know, girl. It's not like it's in Huntsville. It's in a whole nother city. Girl, let's see how far Huntsville is from Mobile, Alabama. Hold up. Baby! It says it is a 4 hour and 53-minute drive. Okay, girl, I'll take everything back I just said. Tisha, girl, ain't nobody got time to be driving no 5 hours to see you get no key to the city, bitch. I'm thinking it's 30 minutes. I'm thinking it's probably like an hour up the street. That's a long Uber drive, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's like an hour up the street, 45 minutes. Girl, I probably wouldn't even make that. Girl, y'all can't just send it to me in the mail? Girl. It says 4 hours and 53 minutes, 5 hours and 19 minutes, and 5 hours and 59 and 29 minutes. It give you 3 different routes. The fastest route is 4 hours and 53 minutes. The longest route is 5 hours and 29 minutes. Girl, let me tell y'all something, girl. I don't even like driving to Dallas, Texas. And that's a 3.5 hour drive. Girl, I be ready to bang my head against the steering wheel driving to Dallas. So, girl, don't ask me to drive no 6 hours or no 5 hours, because, girl, it's going to have to be something real, real special going on, girl. You're going to have to, girl, in order for me to make that trip, you're going to have to tell me 3 months in advance, because I'm going to have to get my mind ready. Either I'm gonna have to catch a flight. Do they even got, girl, no tea, no shade. Do they got an airport in Mobile, in Huntsville? I don't know, child. Girl, either I'm gonna have to catch a flight, or either, girl, I'm gonna have to just get my mind ready. Don't come to me no week before talking about, girl, you want to drive 4 hours, 5 hours to go see me. Girl, I'm gonna try to make it, girl. You my sister, girl. You my sister, girl. I don't know, girl. Kiki couldn't make it. Girl, that's a 5 hour drive. She ain't got no car, and she couldn't rent one. I guess she ain't got no credit card. I don't know, girl. Can I say something, y'all? And y'all don't judge me as much as I judge people on here. I'm trying to figure out. Kiki is on prescription medication. I guess to help with her to help when she was on. Kiki is on prescription. I don't know, girl. Kiki is on prescription medication to help with her addiction to prescription medication. Is that what I heard? Is that what they said? Because I could have swore they said that. I could have swore Kiki said that she's been on the medication for like a year. But I'm still confused because, girl, if you was popping pills like Skittles 5-6 years ago, then why are you just not getting on medication a year ago to help with the addiction? I'm so confused, honey. I'm not trying to say nothing, so I'm not gonna say nothing. Girl, say what you saying. Shout out to Kiki Palmer. Girl, I'm not gonna say nothing because I ain't trying to get nobody. I ain't trying to start no shit down here on YouTube. So maybe some of y'all can explain in the comment section. Y'all let us know what the hell is going on with Kiki, because I'm confused. Let me shut up, girl. Mel and Martell. Mel and Martell had to go to court. Girl, Martell done had the Fletcher subpoena to come to court. Miss Mary, she went to court. Long story short, Martell wanted his mama to lie on the stand. That's all I got from it. Y'all tell me what y'all thought. I got from what Martell was trying to say, Mama, why didn't you lie when you got on the stand? He was disappointed, I guess, in what his mother said on the stand. Miss Mary, I think her name is Mary. Miss Mary basically said, look, they asked me a question, I answered the question. I wasn't providing no more information. He was like, well, that's why you was there. You was supposed to tell everything. I felt like Martell was saying, I wanted you to lie. And she wasn't willing to lie. This is what I think. I think that Martell is full of shit. I think that at one point, Melody was full of shit. However, the only reason why y'all are in court is not because Melody took you to court, Martell. I'm starting to get loud. Martell, you took Melody to court. And now it sounds like Melody may be playing fire with fire, and Martell is upset. I don't think Melody's saying, okay, well, Martell, do you just want to keep the kids 6 months and I keep the kids 6 months? I don't think that's Melody saying she doesn't want her kids. I think that Melody has come to the realization that, girl, I'm not going to have my kids full time. So either we can keep this every other week or either we could do 6 months. Martell tried to flip it, in my opinion, to try to make it seem as though Melody's saying, what if we do 6 and 6, as that her as if she's saying she doesn't want the kids. Martell, quiet as this kept, you don't even want them kids. Because if your black ass wanted to see your kids, your black ass wouldn't have been up in Atlanta when it was your daughter's birthday and you told her you'll get home Monday. You went up to their goddamn birthday party, cut up and act the fool just for Melody to tell you to come get the kids later on and for you to tell the kids I can't make it because really and truly what the people were seeing, your black ass flew. Or girl, you hightailed it to Atlanta to shoot that scene when you and Kenya got into it. I think Martell is a mess. I also believe this too. And for the people, you ain't got to get in my comment section because I'm not no Team Melody. I'm not no Melometer. The people already know I don't care for Melody like that. She not as bad as some of the other girls, but I don't really care for. Sometimes I like Melody. Sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't care for her like that. Like that. I do believe that judge was on some bullshit because it ain't no way in hell. It ain't no way in hell that you know. Maybe she don't watch the show. That you think that Melody doesn't have the best interest of the kids at heart, but Martell does. Now I know it starts to become a real sticky situation whenever we start to talk about Melody not. I feel like I'm screaming. I know it starts to become like a very like sticky situation whenever we start to talk about Melody not giving Martell her telephone number. Because you know, at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like that was a little too much too. Because it's like, girl, what if something happens? You don't want to be able to get in contact with your kids, or for Martell to be able to get in contact with you directly. You know, going through a third party to try to get in contact with you, girl. Somebody could probably be dead by the time they get to you. You just never really know. But I also understand too that Martell is psychotic and he does harass Melody. So I can also see why she doesn't want Melody to have, Martell to have her personal number because he's probably not going to use it the way that he's supposed to use it. And that was pretty much it, y'all. All right, I'm gone. Um, yeah, I think Kaya and Kimmy, girl, they need to let it go. It's not even them because I think they've let it go. I think that Maurice hasn't let it go, and for some weird ass, psychotic ass reason, he wants it to be some mess between those two ladies. Even though I think they've both come to their own conclusion of it is what it is. I'm not changing my stance. She not changing hers because Kimmy gonna forever say I wasn't a side chick, and Kaya gonna forever say that you was a side chick. So, girl, it ain't no use for us. It ain't no use for us to keep talking about this bullshit because the truth of the matter is, I'm not gonna change the way I'm thinking. You're not gonna change the way you thinking. What's going on with Monster? I hate that y'all call that boy Monster. I'm trying my hardest not to because I hate that fucking name. But what's going on with Maurice Jr.? Other than that, girl, how you doing? How you doing? Girl, you look good. Girl, you look good too. All right, girl, I'll see you later, girl. All right, girl, see you later, girl. And that's the end of it. And I think that's completely fine. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.